High 1496, low 1403, average 1456. Impact velocity 1407.
This is the recovery of the Speer Gold Dot 357 Magnum 125 grain. I'm skipping the white background because I saw nothing in the wound channel, no fragmentation at all. Going with the high contrast black background, we can see expansion starts within a ½ inch and gets massive quickly. Measurement from the top to the bottom of this permanent wound channel, permanent stretch cavity, 1 inch or slightly greater than 1 inch from top to bottom, and that continues all the way down to approximately 4½ inches, where it starts to shrink a little bit. But overall we're seeing stretch and cutting damage all the way out to approximately 9½ inches. Then the wound channel starts to get quite thin, but the bullet continues to progress all the way to 14¼ inches, where it finally came to rest. As it entered the block, it moved forward nose first, but ultimately came to rest with its bullet nose up and to the right at approximately a 45-degree angle. I don't know if you can see it, but right in the center of that bullet is the gold dot. So we had complete and full expansion, 14¼ inches of penetration, and an absolutely massive wound channel from 1 inch through, I'll call it 9 inches, with stretch and cutting damage, with the maximum stretch happening in the 2 to 4 inch mark, with a permanent wound channel and stretch damage cavity of over 1 inch from top to bottom. Earlier I mentioned the absolutely massive wound channel that was left by this bullet. Trying the blacklight fiber optic rod. Fiber optic rod is actually chasing the bullet path, and hopefully you can see just how much larger than the bullet path that expansion damage that was left in the block, just how big it is. I was able to get the rod down approximately 9 inches. I mentioned that the wound channel shrinks dramatically at the 9 inch mark, and that's basically what we're seeing. At 9 inches, the fiber optic rod would not go any farther.